Let me ask you something. If you're earning $55,000 a year in the US or 50,000 euros in Germany, you're doing better than most people in the world. You're already ahead. So why does it feel like you're barely getting ahead? The uncomfortable truth is this: your salary is almost not connected to your wealth. I know, that sounds wrong. It should matter that you earn money, but here's what I've noticed. It doesn't. Not in the way most of us think it does. People earning $50,000, $80,000, even $120,000 are all experiencing the same thing. They get their paycheck, life takes it all, and then they're right back where they started. Maybe a little worried, maybe confused, wondering why hasn't my bank account grown? And somewhere deep down they think, maybe I'm just bad with money. They're not. Let me walk you through something. Imagine you're 28, living in the United States. You just got promoted. Your salary? $75,000 a year. That feels big, right? You feel ahead. You feel like you're finally moving up. But here's what that paycheck actually looks like. $75,000 before taxes. After income tax, state tax, Social Security, Medicare, you're left with about $54,000 a year. That's roughly $4,500 a month. Now let's look at your life. Rent? $1,400. Nothing fancy, just a decent one-bedroom. Car payment? $380. Insurance? $120. Phone, internet, groceries, utilities, call it $800. That's already about $2,700 gone. You're left with $1,800. Now reality kicks in. Fuel and maintenance, another $200. Now you're at $1,600. Credit card payment, $150. Student loans, $300. Maybe you save $200 because you know you should. And just like that, you're down to about $350 for everything else. Going out, clothes, unexpected expenses, and suddenly it hits you. That $75,000 salary, the one that felt secure, has already been fully spent. You're not struggling. You have food, a place to live, a car, but you're also not building anything. You're just staying afloat. And here's what most people miss. You're not overspending on luxury. This isn't designer bags or crazy vacations. It's rent, food, transportation, insurance. Normal life. The system isn't designed for you to fail. It's designed for you to stay afloat. Most people follow this plan. Make money now, save later. It sounds logical, but it doesn't work that way. Because what actually happens is this. The moment your income goes up, your lifestyle quietly follows. Not intentionally, just slowly. You move to a slightly better place because now you can. You upgrade your car because the bank says you qualify. You eat out more. Subscriptions pile up. This is called lifestyle inflation. But what's really happening is your expenses rise at almost the same speed as your income. You're not getting richer. You're just getting more comfortable spending everything you earn. And the dangerous part is, it feels good. It feels like progress, like you've earned it. And you have. But you've also quietly locked yourself into a higher cost version of the same cycle. Let's make it simple. You stay at $75,000. Lifestyle inflation eats every raise. 10 years pass, you've built nothing. Meanwhile, someone else made a different choice. They lived on $42,000 and invested $12,000 a year. After 10 years, they have around $160,000, assuming a 7% return. $160,000 versus zero. Same job, same income, different decisions. Most people hear this and think, I can't live on $42,000. That's too extreme. But look at your numbers again. After essentials, you already have about $18,000 to $2,000 left. Living intentionally doesn't mean poverty. It means not upgrading the moment you can. Here's the deeper truth. Your future self will feel this decision far more than your present self does. When you control lifestyle inflation, your 30s change, your 40s change, your entire life shifts. That's not motivation, that's compounding. So why do smart people fall into this? Because we're taught, earn more money and you'll be fine. So when the raise comes, it feels like the problem is solved. But income isn't the full picture. Then you look around. People with similar salaries, better apartments, nicer cars, more stuff. So you assume that's the standard, but you don't see the stress, the debt, the pressure behind the scenes. Now think about this. A $380 car payment feels small on a $4,500 income. That's what, 8%? Seems harmless. But stack that with everything else. Rent increases, subscriptions, eating out, and suddenly you're spending 95% of what you earn. Not on one bad decision, but on many reasonable ones. That's the trap. Your brain doesn't calculate the total, it evaluates each decision individually. That's the sum of choices problem, and it's not your fault, it's how we're wired. Ignore this pattern, and by your mid-40s, you're earning more than ever before, but you're also more tied down than ever before. Mortgage, kids, responsibilities, you can't suddenly save aggressively because now people depend on you. So you work until 65, maybe 67, not because you're not smart, but because you never built a buffer when it was easier. Here's the shift that changes everything. Smart people don't see money as something to spend immediately. They see it as a tool that buys options. That $12,000 you didn't spend, it's not just money. It's the option to leave a job, to take a break, to choose work you actually enjoy. That's freedom. Salary doesn't decide your future. What matters is the gap between what you earn and what you spend. That gap is where freedom lives. You earn well, your salary is real, but remember, it's just a number on a paycheck. The real question is, what percentage do I actually keep? Because that answer is almost entirely in your control. And that distinction changes everything. If this helped you, a like or subscribe really helps the channel. Thanks for watching. Bye.